Hey everybody, it's Ia Patsy. I'm back with the reading for Aries, for the general energies for Aries for the ensuing year of 2018. So I'm doing it on Facebook Live because I've been having challenges with my new PC, uploading and getting it onto YouTube. It's just a matter of me learning how to do it. But I've been able to do it already. So we'll see how it goes. So last night I did reading for Sagittarius, and I was asked to do reading for Capricorn tonight. So I'm going to do that at 9 o'clock. So any of you who are interested, it'll be around 9 o'clock because I promised I was going to be here at 4:15, and it's now 4:43. But I do the best I can, folks, to bring these messages to you. I want to make sure that I get it right. So what this is a spread that I really made up myself, kind of. And what I did is I chose a card from the Inner Child cards by Mark and Isha Lerner. And these cards are based on fairy tales and children's stories, right? And so what it does is assign, this is the workbook that comes with that, right? Inner Child cards, the Fairy Tale Tarot. So they assign different energies in the major arcana of the tarot to different characters in children's stories and fairy tales, Disney stories, whatever. So I decided to use cards from that deck that represent each of the astrological signs as their significator and also their planet card, and do a reading based on the energies for 2018 with those cards as the basis of the reading. I also got a card from the Romance Angel Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. I got cards from the Tarot of the ARIES by Durkheim and Zerloff. I also got a clarification from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Also got some information and guidance from the Conscious Spirit Oracle deck by Kim Dwyer, and the Life Purpose Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue, and the Native Spirit Oracle guidebooks by Denise Lynn. So let's start off this reading for Aries, and this is a general reading for 2018. If you want a personal reading, you can send me an email to pbtarot7@gmail.com. Readings are $25, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Just make sure that you include your name at birth, so your maiden name. If you've changed your name, put both your new name and your old name. If this is about a love relationship, include the name and birth date. Very important. Birthday for you, birthday for your partner or your potential partner. If you have a picture, if you want to send it, you can. It's not necessary, but if you have it, it helps, okay? Picture of yourself, picture of the person that you're interested in, all right? Whatever the situation. So, and I do those as quickly as I can. I usually get back within 5 days to 7 days, but depending on how many requests I get. But whatever I do, I'll take my time and do it so that it'll be worth the wait, okay? So and while I'm doing this, I'm not going to be paying attention to comments and things here on Facebook. I'll take care of that at the end. I want to thank everybody for joining me, and I hope everybody's enjoying this and getting some value out of it. So hi Candace, hi Aria and Jeffrey, hi Raymond, Tim, and Denise. All right, thank you for joining me today. And like I said, this is for Aries, general energies for 2018. And so let's start. So the character that was assigned to Aries is number 4 of the tarot deck, the Emperor's New Clothes. Now we all know the story of the Emperor's New Clothes, right? He was walking around naked, and he didn't know it. He allowed himself to be swindled. He allowed himself to be talked into something by people around him, and everybody was afraid to tell him that he was exposed, that he was naked. But that was about vanity and not foolishness, being foolhardy, okay? Not using common sense. All right, so that's the energy from the Emperor's New Clothes that they chose for. Okay, this card talks about building and construction. It talks about politics. It talks about greediness. It talks about being self-centered and being a fool, foolish ways. It talks about being a sad representation of humanity. It talks about losing touch with reality. It talks about allowing yourself to be talked out of your money or your material possessions. It also talks about building upon your past. It talks about applying your wisdom to create a better world. It talks about deadlines, grace, and unity. It also talks about you having self-destructive tendencies, Aries, and sudden awakening to grace and unity and spiritual treasures. So I guess this is talking about somewhere this year you're going to get a clue and start working on your spiritual life as well as your material possessions, which are of the utmost importance to you, right? Appearances, what you have, how you look to other people, Aries, is very important to you. So this is what happens when you don't go within. When you don't get spiritual help, you're walking around naked and people are laughing at you behind your back. Okay, and you think that you're doing something and everybody else is saying that you're a fool. So this is about paying attention to what's going on around you, all right, and to step away from the vanity, all right, step away from the mirror. If you want to look at something, look at it within, look at your heart, look at your motives, the motives of yourself and the people around you. Who do you attract to you? Okay, you may be attracting some unsavory folks. So that's something else that you should look at. Next card that you got in this reading, Aries, was Rapunzel. Okay, so the story of Rapunzel. Rapunzel's parents wanted a child so bad, and they prayed, and they made a deal with a witch, and they finally got a child. And then the witch took her and put her in a tower, and she would access Rapunzel. The witch would be able to visit with Rapunzel daily because Rapunzel's hair was very, very long. And she was able to throw her hair out of the window down so the witch could climb up and visit with her or whatever. She thought the witch was her mother. She had been with her so long. And then one day Prince came by and he saw the whole setup of what goes on. The witch calls for Rapunzel. Rapunzel, let down your hair. She throws her hair out. Witch climbs up. Witch climbs down when she's finished, right? So the prince said, let me try that. So he did. And remember, Rapunzel had never seen any men before except her father. So she was, a little cautious, but she did let him in. And she liked him, and he was nice to her and treated her more tenderly than the witch ever did. So they fell in love, or she fell in love with the prince. Well, witch figured out what was going on, and so what did she do? She blinded the prince and cut Rapunzel's hair off and threw her in the woods. So he's walking around blind, and she's walking around without her beautiful hair. And but they find each other eventually because it's love, right? So Rapunzel talks about material foundations cannot be the basis for a spiritual life. Okay? I know that there are, there's that train of thought that says, prosperity and all this, and we all should, ask for prosperity. We all deserve to live comfortably, but that is not all there is to life. Okay? And you have to find a point where your focus is on your spirit and not on what you have or what appears to other people that you have. Okay? This is about ego. Cutting, Rapunzel having all that hair and everything, that's talking about something that's very ego-centered. All right? And so when she cut off the hair, when the witch cut off her hair, she became vulnerable, all right? But she also became open, all right? And she was losing all that hair. That's getting rid of those burdens of the past, okay? The life that she had before with the witch. So by getting rid of the hair, it symbolizes a new beginning, right? Less ego, more spirit. Less ego, more time for love. A blind prince that is just attracted to you because of your voice when he hears it. Oh, that's what had gotten him interested in Rapunzel from the beginning, because she used to sing in the tower and he would hear her singing and he became enchanted by that. And then that's why he was hanging around to figure out how to get up to the tower, because he loved her voice. So now here he is, blinded by the witch. He has no idea that Rapunzel is even in the woods, but he hears her voice and he's attracted to the sound of her voice. And once she sees him and what the witch has done, she cries, and the tears of that pure love causes his eyes to heal, and they are happily ever after. That's the story of Rapunzel. So this is about humility. This is about as many big buildings and skyscrapers and wonderful edifices that we build, all of that could be lost in a flash. All of our efforts and achievements that are not based and grounded in spirituality, all of those things can be erased. Here in the United States, we know that can happen. That happened to us in 2011, right? 9/11, I'm sorry. 2001, 9/11. That was our tower. And the Bible talks about Tower of Babel. People got together and they wanted to build this tower because they wanted to reach heaven, because they wanted to get to God. And God looked down on these fools and said, okay, they're communicating with one another. That's how they're coming up with these ideas. I'm going to scramble their languages. So now they won't be able to understand each other. I'm going to cause confusion. And then they can stop, right? In the regular tarot, there's a tower also. The tower comes down. People look at that tower sometimes and they think, oh my God, my life is going to crumble around me. Maybe it just means that there's going to be big changes, some big event. It may be negative, but it may be positive. But it's going to change the way you look at things. It's going to change your life. So I think what we're getting this year, there are going to be some major changes in your life this year, Aries. Changing in the way you present yourself to the world. Less ego, more spirit. This card also talks about using your common sense. Both of them. Using your common sense. All right. This is talking about developing your psychic abilities. Following your intuition. This is about a change, a big change, a metamorphosis. Okay. This is talking about maturity. All right. Growing up. Because that's what happened to Rapunzel. She grew up. She met a man. Mom got mad. That's what happens. You know? Cutting away of all the things from the past that are connecting you to negativity, those strands. Changing the way you represent yourself and taking a look at the worn out patterns of behavior that you have been exhibiting. All right. This is talking about gaining clarity, growing up. So Aries, maybe that's your message for this year is grow up. All right. Stop letting it be all about you, because people will use that against you if they know that they can appease you or get you to be on their side because they're stroking your ego. Then you can be easily manipulated and swindled out of your material wealth, your goods. You believe your own narrative about yourself. You're not open to criticism, maybe. So I think that this is talking about knowing who you really are inside, being real about who you really are and what's really important to you and what you really need. Okay. Next card that pulled was from the Romance Angel Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. And the card you got was This Could Be the One. You have already met the romantic partner you seek. I'm so dyslexic when it comes to this type of stuff. I really, honestly, don't know my right from my left. I have to think about it. Like some people just do it normally. I think that people do it. It seems to me like everybody does it normally. I have to think about right and left. I get very confused. So that's why I'm doing, whatever. This could be the one. All right, so let's take a look and see what Doreen Virtue has to say. Could be that someone that it says you've already met the romantic partner you seek. So that's good. Maybe there is someone around you who has gotten your attention. So you might want to look into that. You might also want to look into yourself. This card signals that you've already met the person you romantically seek. All right, so perhaps you're already in a relationship with him or her. The romance angel sent you this card because it seems you're not recognizing or enjoying the full potential of this person or this relationship. Sometimes you may overlook someone who's meant for you because you have a different idea of what your partner should look like. That's being superficial, right? Take a moment to consider who this might be. The first person to come to your mind is probably the one. Next, invite the romance angels into your dreams as you're going to bed. Ask them to give you very clear information about your romantic partner, either in your present relationship or in the future one. During sleep, you're more open to angelic guidance. When you awaken, you may not remember your dream, but you will have a clearer sense of romance and partnership. Take any action you feel called to based on your inner guidance, even if it seems unrelated to your love life. Trust that the angels are leading you toward the one that you desire. Okay, so it looks like love is going to be coming your way this coming year, Aries. Pay attention to the people that you're seeing and who you're involved with. Ask Spirit to, hey Davina, ask Spirit to help you find that person or lead you to them. All right. Take note of your dreams when you wake up. If you can remember the dream, write it down. Keep a notebook and a pen or pencil by your bedside and write down your dreams. It might not just have messages about love. It may have other guidance about your business life, your career, things like that. So I think that this is telling you to pay attention to your dreams. the dreams that you want fulfilled, and the dreams that you have that could be giving you guidance from divine. Okay? The next set of cards were from the Tarot, the Orisha. And the cards that you got were the Four of Fire, the Four of Fire, and the Four of Water. Both of these cards, same number, 4. 4 and 4 is 8. 8 is infinity. 8 is divine, right? So, 4 of Fire talks about sacrificing. Talks about being grateful for blessings. Foundation, a happy family. Honoring your ancestors. This is a family of 4, and they are on their way to the seashore, and they have candles and other offerings in their hand to give to Yemaya or to a local. All right, those are Orisha in the Yoruba pantheon. Yemaya is the Orisha that lives on the top of the sea and the oceans and the sea and the oceans, big expanses of water. And a local is the Orisha that lives at the bottom of the ocean. And the Pataki, the moral of the story that goes with the story about a local is no one knows what lies at the bottom of the sea. So this is talking about unknown things, mysteries, but gratitude. Gratitude to the Creator and gratitude to your ancestors. Maybe you need to set up an ancestral altar in your home. Okay, so the other card that you got was the Four of Water. Now, this animal, according to mythology, this animal could burrow itself into a hole and hibernate for 2 to 5 years, and then one day break out and start all over again, start life. It's a big animal. It's a fish. It's got a lot. It's got 4 fins. All right? So this is about coming out of your shell. This is about taking some time for yourself to rest, to think. But the card came in upside down. So I'm getting the feeling that that's something that you haven't been doing, that you haven't been coming out of your shell, you haven't been exposing yourself to your family and people around you that matter, like you've been hiding something this past year. Maybe it's saying that you need to come out with it. There may be a spiritual path that you're on that you may not be sharing with the people that are important to you. You may be afraid to let them know that maybe your thoughts are different from theirs about spirituality or about material goods. All right? And you may be keeping that to yourself. All right? I think what this is saying is that you need to let your family be aware, maybe share with them, teach them about it, talk to them about it. But I think it's saying it's time for you to come out, to expose yourself. Maturity, puberty, feeling yourself. That's what this is talking about. This also could be a Scorpio person, a Scorpio woman in your life this year coming. if there's not one there already. So I had shoveled and gotten a card from the Rider-Waite regular tarot deck. You know, these cards everybody has, right? And lo and behold, you got the Four of Swords. So you got the Four of Swords, the Four of Water, and the Four of Fire. So Swords is air. So you got fire, water, and air. All fours. Interesting. And just for, as my friend would say, shits and giggles, this is a 4 also. The Emperor's card is a 4. So I would pay attention to 4s in my life. The Tower card is 16, which is a derivative of 4, right? And 4, and 4, and 4, and 4 is 16. 4 is about foundations and home life, family, stability. You need to take some time out to rest and think about things. That's why you got this card upside down. You haven't been doing it, and it's telling you you need to. You need to take some time to meditate, some time to pray. Not to do too much talking, but more meditation, more dreaming, paying attention to your dreams. Okay? Yeah. Yes, this is about your foundation, yourself. Not the material things that you build, but what's going on inside. What are your innermost thoughts? And what are you doing about your dreams? What are you doing to fulfill your dreams? Okay? If there are things that you want, you can go after them. But I think you'll get it more when you show appreciation for what God has already done, appreciation for your ancestors, learning how to meditate, thinking things through, not being quick to act. So for this year, I think that's what it's directing you to do, Aries. Be thoughtful about what you're doing. Don't pay attention. Don't allow yourself to be hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray. Watch what's going on with the people around you. Be careful on who you trust. Put your ego aside. Look past material things. Look past what's obvious. There may be work that you need to do. There may be, you might need to get some counseling to address some issues. But I think that you can find your answers through prayer and meditation. So start working on that. Do some research. All right. Can't hurt. Can only help. All right. Next two cards that we got, were from the Conscious Spirit Oracle deck. Abundance. Yay. I'm grateful for the abundance nature and the universe provide in my life. So again, this is about gratitude. All right. There's something going. You need to do. Maybe spend some time by the ocean. Maybe you need to take some time, go to the beach or to a lake or a pond, something. You need to spend more time near the water because you got a lot of water energy in this reading. All right. You can also give offerings to Olokun and Yemiya. You can always burn a blue candle for health. Burn a blue candle for your mental health. You can go to the ocean and take offerings of fruit. Watermelons, Olokun likes watermelons. Olokun likes grapes, like the blue Concord grapes you get. They might be around this time of year anyway. And you're going not to ask for anything. You're going to thank the Creator, to thank the universe, to thank your ancestors, to thank Olokun and Yemiya for their blessings, for the doors that they've opened for you, for the protection that they put around you, the things that they've protected you from danger seen and unseen. But I think that this is about cultivating gratitude. Next thing you got, the next card you got in that same the same box rather, is the fire elemental. I ignite the fire within me that connects me to the divine. Ashe, good. All right, so we all have a connection to the divine. This year, I think 2018 is going to be your time to become more in tune with the Creator, to strive to learn more, to connect more, to feel God's presence in your life more, and to display God's presence by the way you act and the things you do. Are you a good representative of the Creator in your life? Would people say that about you? That you're a good representation, you're a good Christian? And what does that mean? And how do you display that? Are you walking around with a title Christian, but your behavior is nowhere Christ-like? Sometimes we take these mantles, take these identities just because that's what your father was and what your mother was and what your grandparents was, whatever. But what about your behavior is edifying to Christendom. What would Jesus say about you? Of course, he's going to say he loves you. But you think there might be some correction that you might want to do? This is also talking about there might be a Sagittarius person coming in your life, or some other fire sign. So it could be another Aries, a Leo, Sagittarius. This also could be talking about you taking care of your health, your circulatory system, your heart, your kidneys. So you may want to get a checkup very soon. Make sure everything's working right. Okay? Let's see what they say about abundance. Modern day lives have led us to believe that abundance comes in the form of material goods. Okay. Yet, even when we have an excess of material wealth, we feel that something is missing from our lives. This card reminds you that a true abundance is not found in the material goods, but in nature, in loving relationships, and following your dreams and passions, and opening your heart to others and to nature. Nature and spirit provide you with all you require, and it's time to live in harmony with them. By aligning yourself with the laws of attraction, you can manifest abundance in all areas of your life. However, this card also carries with it a warning that if you use the laws of attraction to acquire material abundance for selfish reasons or at the expense of Mother Nature, you will never find true happiness and peace. Recognize and pursue abundance of a sustainable nature. Never take more than what you need. If you have abundant material wealth and are still unhappy, this card is here to tell you that you are looking in the wrong areas of life for abundance. By living from your heart center, respecting all life and showing gratitude for what you have, abundance will begin to flow into your life. Gratitude and abundance go hand in hand. That's what I just told you, wasn't it? Ashe, thank you. Thank you, April. Ashe. So, the next card that we got was from the Life Purpose Oracle by Doreen Virtue also. This is a pretty new deck. So, this talks about career choices, what your life purpose is, all right? And the card that you got was let go. Walk away from this situation in order to resolve it. Let go. It was weird. You can't tell if those wings are on the woman or if it's on the unicorn. The way they have it, you don't know where those wings are coming from. The unicorn or the woman. Interesting. Okay, so let's consult the guidebook, Let Go. Okay. Walk away from this situation in order to resolve it. You may be struggling with a situation and unsure what direction to take. The struggle is causing an energy blockage that is slowing your desired outcome. This card counsels you to let go as a way of bringing about a peaceful resolution. First, you must let go emotionally. After all, you're overwhelmed by indecision and the stress of the situation. Wouldn't it feel good to detach and be at peace? Especially if you're reassured that by doing so, you bring about a more favorable outcome. Ask the angels for help in detaching by saying, Guardian angels and archangels, thank you for helping me enjoy a tranquil mind and body. I now choose to let go and detach from the situation. I know that God's infinite wisdom is completely in charge of it and everyone that's involved. I trust that everything is being worked out for my highest and best good. Amen. Ashe. And so it is. Okay. So there's some situation that you're hanging on to in your life, in your love life, relationships, marriage, friendships, business partnerships. Step back. Thank God for the blessings that you've gotten up to now and the lessons that you learned up to now. And let it go. Let God handle it. Because whatever way God handles it is going to be for the best outcome for everybody that's involved. No matter what the outcome is. We may see things as negative, but God doesn't. Let go and let God. There's a plan for all of us and a plan for all of our lives. And there's no sense in you struggling with something that you don't have to. Something that doesn't serve you anymore, let it go. Whatever it is, business, car, a job, your partner, badass grown kids, grown. I'm not telling you to abandon little ones. I'm saying sometimes people got to fly on their own, you know. Give them the tools, and when they mature, they should be able to do or not. There comes a point. If it's bringing negativity to you, if it's bringing bad karma around you, let it go. Everybody has their own life path. And you can't control it just because you gave birth to it. If you could just pray for them, you can pray with them. But if they're disrespectful, if they're not showing you appreciation, showing you gratitude, even if they're your kid, if you won't accept that behavior from a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a husband, a wife, don't accept it from your child. I don't know why I said that. Somebody needed to hear that. Okay. Ashe. Okay. The next cards were from Nature Spirit, got an oracle book, right, by Denise Lynn. And these cards are based on Native American energies, all right? And the card that you got was Spirit of Air. Spirit of Air. Okay. So we're going to look that up. Spirit of Air. This talks about trusting your intuition. Know that you're on the right path. Take some time to nurture yourself. Allow your inner child free reign. Believe in your dreams. All right. Don't stifle your emotion. Trust the messages they're giving you. Purify and cleanse yourself in your home. A healing is on its way. Emotional healing is expanding within you. Your native spirit wants you to know the spirit of water invites an emotional richness into your life. And didn't I say before that you got a lot of water in this reading? Water is love. Communicate from your heart. Embrace your childlike wonder. Wow. This card also represents purification, cleansing, and healing. It reminds you to clean your personal space and your body. It also urges you to accept and embrace your emotions, all of them, even the ones that you don't usually like. Additionally, trust your hunches. Push off from the shore of safety and enter the flow of life. All is well. Be aware of water in your life. Humidity, mists, clouds, rain, water in food, vegetables, and so forth. The oceans, the rivers, the bath, the shower. Drink extra water. Energize it by placing your hand over each glass and sending love into the water. Evaluate your relationships. Notice how each encounter affects your subtle emotions. Take some time to relax, especially near or in water. Cleanse and purify yourself in your living space using water. Imagine how it feels to be a still pool, a mountain, a mist, a stream, a great sea, or a summer shower. Notice any emotions or feelings that emerge as you do this. Again, watch your dreams. So again, this is about spending time in water. Whether you go to the beach, you go to the pool, you go out to the ocean, and take a walk by the lake or by whatever body of water is closest to you, getting in the shower, taking bubble baths, relaxing, all right, letting the water just encompass you, all right? Put bubbles in it if you need to. But taking time, you can do your meditations in the bath. You can do your meditation in the shower. Same way you can sing, you can pray. lot of water in this reading, so that talks about a lot of emotions. So this is going to be an emotional year for you, Aries. This is going to be a time when you start to grow up, when you start to mature, and stop worrying about your image and worrying more about what's inside of yourself and the people around you. All right? But you will have abundance. You'll have enough to meet your needs, and maybe a little more. But be careful. Be careful of who you trust. Double check credentials. Ask for references. Okay, so we're going to get 2 cards from the Until the Day deck by Iyanla Vanzant to see if there's any further information, confirmations, direction for the year 2018 for Aries. Okay. I realize that pain is a warning that something is out of order. Until today, you may have been making excuses for why you have pain in your life. You may have been afraid to acknowledge what causes you pain. Just for the day, be devoted to identifying and eliminating the situations and people that cause you pain. So this is about clearing out the excess. Again, if they don't serve the purpose, they have no business being there. Also, if you're having pains in your physical body, go see about that. In your side, back, whatever it is, go see a doctor. Get a checkup. Make sure everything is in working order while you still have insurance. I'm just saying. Until today, I accept that things are the way they need to be. Until today, I accept that things are the way they need to be. Until today, you may not. Okay. Until today, you may have held perfection as a standard that you needed to live up to or to achieve. Just for the day, accept that you are perfect as you are. Ashe. It's not about your material holdings. It's not about, all of that. It's about who you are inside. You've acquired enough, Aries. You've acquired enough material goods. And I'm not talking to everybody. This is a general reading. I know some of us are poor as a church mouse. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about those folks who know, who more than made it. Why don't you worry about your spiritual life now, okay? You can lose those material possessions anytime. The stock market could crash. Towers can get blown up. Lots of bad things can happen. What counts is your relationship with the divine, your relationship with God, your relationship with your creator. That's what is important. If you're an atheist, agnostic, okay, but you believe in your higher self, all right, you know that there's something there. Okay, so I guess that's the message they want you to have. These are postcards from Spirit by Colette Baron Reed, and these are new cards that are out on the market now. We just opened those up in an unboxing. And what they are is 52 cards, one for each week of the year, and each one has a separate message from Spirit, from your ancestors. So if you direct a question specifically to a specific ancestor, when you get the answer through these cards, it's not going to come back like you asked to speak to Aunt Ann and here Aunt Ann is talking. It's going to come as a collective. So they're going to address your question and answer it or give you advice in a we, okay, collective. Because remember, Aunt Ann might be there, but you got lots of relatives, ancestors, thousands of them. that you've never met. You don't know their names, but they're there. And when I guess what they do is they confer, and then they come up with an answer and they speak it. That's it. So they agree on a way for you to address you about your concern, and here it is. So the card that you got today is Be Fearless. Be fearless. All right. It's very ethereal, so it's hard to see, even in good light. And in the corner here is a stamp. It says 2 cents, heaven from heaven. So heaven's putting in there 2 cents to your reading today. Aries, dearest you, sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times you might find yourself overgiving. Now may be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance. Let others give to you, even if you are more comfortable being generous and being the giver. The healer. The rescuer. In the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill, receiving gracefully and with gratitude, without diminishing yourself or trying to deny vulnerability, or bring in an agenda of equality to it. Receiving is hard for some people. Maybe you. You do not need a this for that in your exchange with others. You are doing good in the world, and let the world give back and support you. Then you can give up the old stories that you have convinced you have. Then you can give up the old stories that have you convinced you have to do everything alone with no help. Let your well be filled. We all love you so much. All right, so that's the message from Spirit. Now, let your well be filled. What's a well? Place where you get water. You need some water in your life. That could be what's going on with your kidneys. That's maybe why that came to me, to tell you about your kidneys. And maybe you're not drinking enough water, for real. Let's take care of that issue, okay? Aries, let's take care of that first and foremost. Get to the doctor. See about your kidneys, your circulatory system. Drink more water. Go be around water. Take yourself and give yourself a bubble bath. Spend more time in the shower. Look, buy one of those chairs that handicapped people use to sit in the shower, plastic chairs or whatever. You can sit, you can wash, and then you can sit, you can pray, you can think, and you'll spend more time in the water. So, I hope that these messages from Spirit made sense to you. And I hope that you'll take the advice for the coming year, 2018, and mature. See about your kidneys. Make a doctor's appointment, period. Spend more time being grateful, being in meditation. Let go of your ego. Open yourself up to others helping you. And you already met the romantic partner you seek, so pay attention so you can figure out which one of those people he or she is if you're not already in a steady relationship. So I'm hoping that you enjoyed the reading and that you got something out of it. You can refer to it throughout the year, of course. So you can follow me on Facebook. My blog page is Our Stories Continue. And you can follow me on YouTube. Emi, E-M-I, Patsy, P-A-T-S-Y. I'm just looking at the cat. And Iya Arzula Egun. You can put that into the search and you should find me, Ifa Midwives. I have 2 channels. Don't ask why. I just started this stuff. I don't know. But I'm trying to see if I can combine them so I could, just do one upload of these videos and not have two separate ones. I'm sure there's a way to do it. I just haven't figured it out yet. So anyway, thanks everybody for coming. I hope you enjoy your holidays. Those of you who are born in the month of December, Sagittarius and Capricorn, and Scorpio, because we're not finished with November yet, right? Are we? No. Happy birthday to you too. And thanks everybody for joining me. I will try my very best to be back at 9 o'clock to do the reading for Capricorn as I promised. But at least I got all the readings done for fire signs. I got Sagittarius done last night and Pisces, no, not Pisces, I'm sorry, Aries and Leo. So that's good. 3 down. All right, so enjoy these readings, and I will be speaking to you soon. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Hello, Denise. Thank you. And Raymond and Tim and Raymond Pixton, Darnell, Nishan, Umar, Davina, Panther Entertainment, Davina. Hey, sweetie. You're still waiting for Mr. Right? Yeah, so the rest of us. Robert Taylor. Hi, Steve. Demita, Laura, Brenda, you're going to be here tonight for this Capricorn reading. So I'm going to, hello. I'm going to close up and then I'll post this and the other reading and I'll get back to you guys tonight. I need to go get something to eat and maybe I can get to the supermarket. I will not be doing this on Friday at all. I know that. Have somewhere to be. A dance. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. And please follow me on Facebook. Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe, like, and share these videos. If you know people who are Aries, and give them this. This is a Christmas present. Hey. I'm just saying. Just share them with your friends, share it with your family, and follow me on Facebook and on YouTube. And I will be talking to you guys later on tonight. Thank you so much. God willing, I'll be here. Okay? So as usual, Alafia. Amen. All these little thumbs up going across the screen. Alafia. Amen. Ashe. Peace.